Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about adding integers using number lines. This is one of the models that we use to help us understand how we add integers. And so we start off with a traditional number line. As you can see, 0 is here. And to the right of 0 are positive numbers or positive integers. And to the left of 0 are negative integers. And so we're going to start right away with example number 1. The middle sign here, it looks like a positive, but we're going to focus the operation here. We're going to see this as adding here. So we're basically adding positive 4 plus positive 3. And so the way we're going to start is we're going to, let's see here, start with a positive 4. So from here, from 0, we're always going to start from 0. And you're going to go on the number line, because it's a positive 4, to the right. So notice how there's a starting point, and it ends at positive 4 here, okay? So that's positive 4. Now we need to add onto this positive 3. So common sense should tell you if we're adding, we're actually going to start from where we left off, and we're going to add an extra 3, aren't we? So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go back to this here. It's positive 3. So from here, it's a little off here, but it's positive 3 here. 1, 2, 3. So let me just write that in here. Here is a positive 3, and we started off with a positive 4, right? 4 plus the 3. And so that's going to give us a grand total of, and let's use a different color here, the green. So from 0, once again, if we look at the whole length of the line, our answer is positive 7. Positive 7, okay? So this is what I need you guys to do. I need you to actually show me the positive 4 and the positive 3, and I need you to show me the full line that represents the answer here, okay? So that's 4 plus 3 equals to 7, obviously. Okay, example number 2. We've got a positive 3, and we're going to add on to this a negative 5. Okay, so let's start with the positive 3. We know what a positive 3 looks like. So I'm going to go back, and we'll start from the 0 once again, and we're going and stopping at the 3 mark. Okay, so that represents positive 3, our first addend over here. So secondly, it's asking us to add a negative 5. Now, a negative 5, notice how from 0, the negative numbers are on the left. So we're going to be traveling in that direction, in that same direction to the left. And so what we're going to do is I'm actually going to use a different color for the negative. And let's use red. Hope it's not too bright here. Oopsie. Where are you? Okay, red. And so we're actually starting from where we left off once again. And we're going to be going 5 directions backwards. So from here, we're going to go, that's 3, 4, and 5. We're going to stop right around here. Okay? So that's negative 5. So let's take a look at what we did here. From 0, we went up to 3. Okay? And then from where we left off, the 3, we actually went 5 steps backwards. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay? And so that total length is going to be, now you got to remember, we're always starting from 0. So I'm going to start from the 0. And my total length is going to be the same as where we left off at the very end. So, and that answer is obviously negative 2. Okay? So to recap, we start from the 3, 0, 3 steps forward. we're adding on a -5, so from where we left off, we're going to go 5 steps backwards because that's intuitive. Negative means we're walking backwards. We're go on a number line at least. So we're going back. And so our answer is where we left off. And so this line, this green line represents the answer. It's -2. Okay? Let's try a third example here. The third example is we're going to start off with a negative number this time around. -5 plus +3. So we're going to start with a -5. So we get our number, -5, start from 0, and we're going to go 5 steps backwards to here. Okay? So that's a -5 right over here. Notice how the next term is we're adding 3, +3. So remember where we left off. From 0, we went 5 steps backwards. We stopped at a -5. Okay? And now we need to go 3 steps forward again. So we would actually travel this way, won't we? So the 3, let's go to the 3 here and choose the same blue. And we're going to go 3 steps to the right from where we left off. So from here, we left off 1, 2, and around here is the 3, +3. And so we look at where we left off here, where we stopped at. And where we stopped off at is, so I'm looking from 0. I noticed that I stopped off at the -2 mark. So my answer is -2. Okay? So to recap again, 0 to -5 is represented by this line segment here above the number line. +3 means we're going this way. So it's almost like this chunk is taken out here. And what remains is the -2 mark here. And so that little chunk here that's represented by the green represents our answer, -2. Okay? Let's do one more example here, example 4. Now here, we've got a -2, and we're going to add an extra -2 to this here. So can you guess what we're going to start with? We're starting with going from 0 to -2, right? So that's -2. We just went 2 steps backwards. -2. Now, we're going to do this again. And we're going to have to go another 2 steps backwards. And we're going to go from here, 1, 2. Ooh. And so that's another 2 steps backwards that we traveled. And so the resulting answer here is actually, if I started from 0 again, the whole length of this line is actually worth -4. Okay? So to recap, we start with -2. So from 0, we travel 2 steps back on the number line. We're going to add an extra -2. So from this starting point, we add step 1, step 2. And so the end of this little journey here is represented by this full line. And the full line, if you start from 0, is actually -4. Okay? All right, so I want you to pause the video at this screen here, and I want you to do these 3 problems in your notebooks. You should have copied the notes beforehand as well. And so I want you to demonstrate the answer by using the number line method and to follow along as I had shown it in the previous slides here. Okay? Thank you.